Welcome back. We're talking now about TRU Wolfpack women's soccer home openers underway at Hillside Stadium this Saturday and Sunday collectively. Joining me on the show today, we have the head coach, Kelly Shant, sitting next to me, and Christine Fergan, who is one of the two co-captains of the team in her fourth year. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks yes. You got back last night. You were on the road to start off the season. Maybe, Kelly, give me the rundown on that.
Oh, geez, on the road. Well, yeah, there's a bit of a winding story to it. This goes back 5 weeks. We've actually been on the road 4 of the last 5 weekends because of, I mean, a lot of people had it rougher than us with the fire situation and the smoke, but we had some exhibition games planned for August that because of the risk of smoke, we couldn't have teams traveling here, so we went on the road to Edmonton and Prince George, or Edmonton, to play those instead of having them here.
Yes.
And the same with our first league games last weekend. We had to go to Prince George to play UNBC and Edmonton to play McEwen when we were supposed to be hosting them last weekend.
Sure.
But
How's
we couldn't
Prince
risk.
George? No smoke there?
No, Prince George was good, actually. And
interesting.
So it has turned out from a really good balanced schedule into 4 out of 5 weekends, going from Seattle to Edmonton, back home, and now Saskatchewan on the weekend for 2 games. So that we're tired. We've been on a lot of planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yes, you have.
And that's over now, and we're looking forward to the home openers this weekend and a little bit more time in our own beds.
Are you going to let the girls relax a bit then before we get into the home openers this weekend?
Yeah, we've taken the day off.
She says, oh, just today.
And the morning off tomorrow.
Just one.
We usually go at 7 a.m. on Tuesdays, but we took that off too.
Well, that is nice, right? Because you need them to be spry and get their sleep, right? It's UVic and UBC this weekend. UVic on Saturday, UBC Sunday, is that right?
No, I think it's the other way around.
UBC, then UVic.
UBC and then UVic.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit, Christine, about your career. You're from Ontario. You hail from Waterloo.
Sure do.
Yeah, and you're doing an undergrad in tourism management.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. You graduate at the end of this year.
Yes.
And you played soccer the entire time you've been at TRU?
Yeah, so I actually took a break for, I guess, a 5 or 6 month stint period. And then I came back last September, and the team was struggling with numbers and stuff. So I came back and helped out. So I did take a break, but season-wise, I've been here all 4 years.
Good for you. I know that it's a fairly young team this year. There's no fifth-year players. There's one fourth. You're the only fourth year, and then it's pretty young after that. So does that concern you, being the co-captain, or are you feeling like things are happening?
Not at all. I think having a super young team is really positive because everyone's so energetic and go-getter. That's the mentality that we have.
Yes.
So we're a lot more fit, in my opinion, than a lot of the other teams, which has been a huge strength for us. And because everyone's so young and wanting to learn, it's going to build a great foundation for the future of the program.
That's awesome. We have some visuals, I believe, of a game from last year. Kelly, I bet you can tell me faster than I can say what's going on in this game, who this is against.
That looks like our nemesis, UBC Okanagan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, up here in Kamloops.
Okay, they're a good team?
Really competitive. It's a real rivalry team, of course, being Kelowna Kamloops, like every other sport on the map in this town.
Yeah.
And they got the best of us last year in our first year as a coach. I think they took both games. Great save there by Alyssa. They're both close, though. We're looking forward to getting back on the track with them in a couple of weeks here with our home and home.
How's it going to go, though, this weekend with UVic and UBC?
I mean, there's no sugarcoating it. I mean, they're 2 of the powerhouse teams in the country year after year after year. UBC started the year as the #1 ranked team in Canada, and they slid down a little bit. They're still a top 5 team, so there's no question. And Victoria's off to a great start, and they're very well coached by Tracy David, and a great tradition there too. So this is the start of a really tough section of the schedule for us, and we're going to have to be at our best, no question, to compete this weekend. But that's what we're up against. We've had this circled on the calendar for 6 weeks now, our home opener against a national foe and somebody we need to start making inroads against, and we're excited coming off the win yesterday on the road in a really tough environment. I think we're set up really well for a good week of training and getting at it.
Awesome. Let's talk about coming off the road with that win in Regina, 1-0. The goal scorer from the island, the goalie that got the shutout from the island as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that on the plane home too last night. I mean, we have 3 of the girls all from one team and one region.
Nice.
And even the 3rd girl, Olivia Bates, played all 90 minutes yesterday. So, you know, we had the 3 freshmen playing a super key role in our first win of the year on road in really tough conditions. So, again, as Christine mentioned about voting so well for the future, this is the heart of the team, those 3, and the other 12, because we have 15 first-year players this year. 15.
That is a lot of first-year players. Wow.
On our 26-person roster, we have 15 of them are first year, and 7 or 6 are second year. So, you know, you mentioned earlier how young we are, but seeing them contributing right away, and we talked afterwards, and that was their first taste of, yeah, I can do this. I can really do this.
Sure.
And getting a reward for it too, not just putting in the work and actually coming out with another loss or a tie, but actually putting in the work and being rewarded with a really tough win. was very uplifting for the team as a whole, but certainly for these freshmen who played brilliantly yesterday, worked their tail off.
And you want to keep that momentum going. Christine, great camaraderie on the plane, I bet, coming home from that win.
Oh yeah, it was great. The girls were super loud and excited, and
yes,
it was a great ride home. It made it a lot better to come home with a win under our belts as opposed to a loss, obviously.
Absolutely.
So.
What would you say your team's strengths are?
We are super strongly bonded right now. We've had a lot of trips on the road, which has made it a really great opportunity to get to know each other on a deeper level. So I think that is one thing that we have over a lot of teams. You'll see a lot in Canada West, girls are getting down on each other when things aren't going necessarily well, but we are not like that at all.
Okay, and what would you say you need to work on the most?
I would say probably just our play, I guess, and developing into more of a veteran-oriented team as opposed to the rookie team that people expect us to be. And I think even in our second week of Canada West play, we're already en route to that. So.
That's awesome, right? You're building and only going to get stronger as you go here.
For sure.
So just to wrap up, we've got about a minute. But Kelly, this weekend, as you mentioned, UBC Saturday, UVic Sunday. What time do things get underway? I'm sure you'd like a big crowd.
Noon both days, and please come out. I think the best thing I can say about our team is that we are fun to watch. I have fun watching them as a coach. We're super young, we make tons of mistakes, but they're also fit, energetic, passionate about their play. And this showed over the weekend where we started to make some inroads in what we want to get done. Flying around the field, working super hard for 90 minutes. I think we're an entertaining group to play, and for youth soccer players, for people who just love the game. UBC is a very talented side. It'll be great to watch a talented team come in. And we're making our marks in our own way too, and I think it would be a lot of fun to come see the game.
How many more practices between now and that first game on Saturday?
As many as I can jam in.
Lucky you. Fantastic. No, but really, 2 or 3?
No, I mean, we'll train once tomorrow, twice on Wednesday, twice on Thursday, once on Friday. So we're going to have 6 sessions plus a meeting to review some video. So
good for you. Good for
and
you.
the girls are into it. They want to improve quickly, and this is how you do it.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. We're out of time. I wish you all the luck this weekend against both teams. I have no doubt there'll be great games no matter what. So thanks for being here today as well.
Thanks for having us.
Susan. Thank you.
Okay, yes, noon both days. UBC Saturday, UVic Sunday. We're back after a quick break. Stay with us.